All right, y'all, man. We back here with another prison talk, man, for the reentry programs, Returning Citizen magazine, man. I'm out here with my man Deebo. Me and him grew up together, man. Me and him known each other since he probably my oldest friend that I still kick it with, man. Since we were kids, man, since roller skating rink and shit, man, back in the day. We're gonna go over some stuff, man. We're gonna keep it kosher. We're not gonna get into a lot of the war stories. You know that ain't what we do on here, man. You know, everybody knows people get killed in prison. People knows that people get raped in prison. People know that there's gangs in prison. You know, anybody's got a prison channel, you're gonna see that on. This channel, we don't really rock that. We don't do that, man. We don't try to glorify the prison war stories, man. We try to glorify what people are out here doing now to succeed and what people are out here doing now to take care of their kids, take care of their families, you know what I'm saying? And have a job and be successful so they don't go back. Me and Deebo both have been back twice, but I'm gonna let him introduce himself. I'm gonna let him talk. I'm gonna let him tell a little bit about himself, what he's been through, what he's out here doing now. He's not in Virginia anymore. He can tell you whatever he wants, man. So I'm gonna let him do and tell you whatever he wants to tell you, man. Go ahead, homie.
What's going on? Yeah, I'm Debo from the DMV.
Speak
Straight
up a
out
little bit, homie. Speak up a little louder.
Debo, straight out the DMV, Northern Virginia, representing. But yeah, like you were saying, I did 21 years in prison. I've been out now, been 18, not about almost about 2.5 years now. Yeah, two
Yeah,
and a half years now. I've been out. Uh, I mean, I don't know what y'all want to know, but I can tell y'all about. I mean, whatever for real. I've been through it all, seen it all. I'm out here trying to make
yeah,
it. I did I did two bids, 13 and a half, about 14 and like a 7 year bid, like 21 years altogether though.
yeah.
So I did my first bid. I got certified as an adult when I was 16 years old and sent to prison. Uh, I've been to all the prisons. I spent 7 years of my life in supermax prisons. Uh,
Yeah.
I mean, I've been to all of them. The worst.
Yeah, I mean, me and you've been on a bunch of them together, man. Me and him have been on major institutions and level twos also together, man. We've been through it together, man, for real. Um, when they were kids, man, him and all of the dudes that were with him as a juvenile were all dudes that we all grew up with, man. And every single one of them did a prison bid. Some of them two bids. So we all have done. I think Brad did almost 15 or 16 years. I think Josh did about the same or some shit like that. I don't know. He got out and went back. I don't know. But we all done a lot of time, man, all together, man. And you know, uh, man, me and Debo, man, but we like I said, we've been together since the skating rink days, man, back in the day, man. So we've definitely been through it. And I told him, man, it seems like everybody that we grew up with, everybody that we've ever known, man, have all been in prison, man. Everybody that we was around ended up getting locked up or getting in trouble, man. You know, and I don't want to see the same thing happening with my kids. You got kids too. And I want to be able to stop the revolving door, man, and stop them from going through the same shit that we went through, man. Because, man, I'm going to tell you, man, you know, I followed in my dad's footsteps. My dad did 12 years in prison, you know, and I thought it was the coolest thing in the world, man. I thought it was cool to go to prison. I thought it was, you know, I see these big tatted up weightlifting dudes and, you know, from what we see on TV and hip hop music and stuff. And, you know, we grew up in the late 80s, early 90s. We both in our mid 40s, man. You know what I'm saying? So we both been around back in those eras when, you know, with the gangster rap first starting and stuff. And we lived off of that, man. We thrived off of listening to the negativity that was spoken to existence in our world, man. And we lived by it, you know, and I know I definitely did, and I know you definitely did. And man, the shit has got to stop. Like I said, man, you know, it's what we doing out here. Debo, man, I'm gonna tell you, man, Debo did more than I did in prison. You got a college degree and all that shit in prison, didn't you?
Yeah,
He went to college, man.
yeah. I got a associate's degree. I got trades. Like the second round, first time I went to prison, it was just all dumb,
Fun and games.
just running wild. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Then I knew I was coming back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just what it was. The second time, like man, I don't know. When I had an opportunity, I knew when I got out to go somewhere, get out of my to move out the state and start over. So I'm like, damn. I got an opportunity to start over, so I better take advantage of that. Try to give myself the tools I can give myself to have a better chance. So
Yeah.
that's when I started, like, you know what I mean? Like I got in the college program. I started getting trades. I started just trying to prepare myself to win. You know what I mean? Try to
Yeah.
lose. I mean, I
Yeah.
know 3 strikes is over. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
This last time they gave me 55 years, suspended all but 15. So I still got that 40 piece on my head, or 35, whatever it is. I already know they're gonna give you the whole thing if I mess up. So I was
Yeah.
like, man, that 3 strikes
Yeah.
is done.
You
So
know they want you to go back, man. You know they want us to fail, man.
I was like, I mean, that's what you're up against. So you got to prepare to try to like do stuff differently. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unless you just don't, unless you want to do life in there.
Yeah.
Some
And like
people,
you said, man, you came out prepared, man. Like I said, I don't know anybody that stayed on the grind, you know, like you did, as far as going to school and getting trades and all that type of stuff, man. Now, I'm not saying that me and you and our crew and stuff like that, man, we weren't out there doing dirt and hustling and scheming and doing the penitentiary shit. But at the same time, man, when you get down, you're living that life behind the fence, man. But when you get down to that last year or last 2 years or whatever it is,
I didn't get
you need to decide.
because you're in the supermaxes, you're in the high levels, you is not, I didn't get access to none of that stuff for real.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no nobody's thinking about, even you're not even thinking about when you still got double digit numbers and stuff.
Yeah.
You didn't even think about going home. That's not even like, your mind is immediate survival
Survival.
and so
No doubt.
But when I got down under 5, especially under 3, that's when I was like, okay, it's time to get it now. You know what I mean? It's time to do some preparation. You know what I mean? Especially when I got down to under 3. You know what I mean? That's when you like, all right, I can start seeing the light at the end of this tunnel. So what am I gonna do? You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
So, yeah. When I got short, that's when I started tightening up, and that's when I got my education and stuff like that. All that was within the last 3 years of me being locked up, though.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt, man. I mean, like I said, you did it, man. There's no doubt about it. And I mean, you still worked out every day. You know, we were still on we were on our workout shit every day. You know what I'm saying? We still, but we gamble. We still play, poker and stuff like that. That's a poker playing motherfucker right there. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. Hey, but we did it, man. But we out here, we success stories, man. A lot of the dudes, man, in our state, it's 83 or 84% is the recidivism rates for people that do 5 years or more in our system. That means if you've done 5 years in our state, it's an 84% chance that you're going to go back to prison. 84%. And it used to be higher than that.
Everybody I know goes back. You know what I mean?
Everybody. I went back twice. You went back twice. We all go back. You know what I'm saying?
I know everybody I know, they going back. A lot of people come back. I mean, I don't know. A lot of people go back a lot of times. They get more chances than I got. I don't know. Some people get a lot of chances, but most people I know go back. So,
they go back, man.
Because I don't know, a lot of people don't prepare, you know what I mean, to try to do something different. So if you don't change nothing, you're gonna do the same thing. You know what I mean? That's just way. If you do the same thing, you're gonna get the same results. Period.
Proper planning prevents poor performance, right?
Proper preparation prevents poor performance.
That's it, man. If you ain't got your shit planned out and you don't see the roadmap in front of you and don't have that shit set, man, I'm telling you, man. And you still gonna face roadblocks. Like I tell a lot of these people on here. When I came out, my 6 months, I had to do a 6-month suspension with my CDL. I thought when I got out after doing 8 years that 6-month suspension had long been gone. That shit didn't start until I did the VASAP class, man. And I'm gonna tell you, that was the biggest downfall and the biggest blow that I had ever faced, because Deebo knew, man, my whole goal was to get out here, get my CDL, get back in the truck. That's all we ever talked about. I even had him wanting to get in the truck. You know what I'm saying, man? We used to talk about that shit every day, man. We're going to get out here, we're going to get this trucking company going. We're going to go out here and drive these trucks. We're going to be across country making money and stuff, man. So when that shit happened, the first thing that came to my mind was like, I even blame God. You know what I'm saying? I blame God. I was like, man, you put me, I said, look, man, I said, you knew I came out here and I was trying to do right, man. I said, you put me out here, I'm living in a trailer park. My wife ain't got no money. I got a kid. We broke as shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I'm a burden now because I can't get a job. So the fuck am I supposed to eat? How am I supposed to wash my ass? Like, I'm worse off now than I was in prison. So now I'm just like, man, I'm looking at houses. Like, I'm really ready to go back into the streets. Just like it flipped my mind. Just like that, I'm going back in the streets. Because just one draw, one setback, we wired we ain't wired to stand out front of Walmart. And I'm not knocking the ones that do that. I'm not wired. I know he's not wired. We ain't gonna stand in front of a Walmart holding up where you give me a dollar sign. You know what I'm saying? Our wires, when you take that electric tape off of our wires, motherfuckers can get hurt. We're gonna come up. We're gonna eat. You know, and that was the first thing that was on my mind, man. I was like, man, somebody's got to get it. You know what I mean? And I ain't never been no real hustler. All I've ever done was take. You know what I'm saying? So my first draw was take. I'm looking at these $1 million houses. Oh, yeah, that's one of what he's got in there. You know what I'm saying? One of what kind of jewelry box she's got. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this is after doing 16 years. That's how fast my mind went back to the street with one drawback. So we understand, man, the drawbacks and the speed bumps and the hurdles. But, man, there's going to be a brighter day, man. And that brighter day ain't going back to prison, man. Yeah, because when you do go back, remember, you could be doing better in the woods, eating ramen noodles in a tent than being back in that motherfucking cell, man.
Yeah, that's what you got to keep thinking about. Because when you get out, it's stacked against you. You're going to have all these fines. I mean, I'm telling you, it's definitely stacked against you. It's designed for you to fail. They got these fines you got to pay. They don't want you to give you a license until you pay.
License.
Without a license, you can't get a you lack mobility. You know what I mean? That's a big thing right there.
No doubt.
Most dudes I know to get out, it's the license thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was fortunate. I had a little money put aside. I had a family helping me. I paid off enough fines, enough of them anyway, to at least get my license.
Yeah.
That is like a big deal. You get your mobility. You know what I mean? So you could chase different jobs. You got different. Yeah. I mean, you ain't got to chase the little at the bottom of the barrel job. You can move around. So you got access to just more opportunity. You know what I mean? And that was a big hurdle. The license. That's what a lot of people face when they first get out, is that license, getting that. But there's other hurdles. You got probation. You're facing, especially if you do a lot of time in prison or been to like a lot of high level, it's a culture shock. I mean, you lost decades. You coming out here, everything has changed, and I'm still adjusting. I still got issues. I still you know what I mean? It's still a challenge. You know what I mean?
Just coming out here to cell phones and shit was different.
I mean, it's challenging. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
You can face challenges. It's going to struggle, and the streets always going to your past, what you used to, is always going to have a lure on you because that's what you know. But
no doubt.
I always think about, man, you should go back in that prison for life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'd rather work. I'd rather grind. I'd rather try to get a business going. I try to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Stuff, you know what I mean? That way. I mean, it might be harder, but I mean, at least you ain't got to look over your back. You know what I mean?
And you're doing good with it now. You got your own little business out there. You doing the personal training thing, and you doing like home improvement stuff. You doing your thing out there, man. You getting by. You driving around in an Audi. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't out there hustling and robbing. You doing this shit legit. You know, that's the main thing, man. So you can have all these nice things that you want, man. But in our mentality, our hustle mentality, there's ways to hustle and do it legally, man. There's ways to hustle and do it legitly. You could take all that drug dealing, all those mentalities that you had and do them in a legit way. Even with the tractor trailer, man, you dealing with brokers, you wheeling and dealing, looking for the next load, the highest paying load. It ain't no different, but you ain't got to worry about looking in your rear view. I ain't got to worry about getting pulled over or somebody, you know what I'm saying, raiding in my fucking house. I don't got to worry about that shit no more because I'm not living that life. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still hustling. I'm still on the grind. I wake up first thing in the morning. The first thing on my mind is the grind. You know what I'm saying? You just got to do it legitly. Let me ask you this now. So all the trades and stuff like that you've gotten, man, do you think the cards would be more stacked against you if you didn't have those fallbacks as far as having, you know what I'm saying, resources to be able to do floor coverings, wall panels, welding, HVACs, whatever it would be that you can get inside, barbering, all that stuff that you can get in prison. For the ones that sit around all day and don't even get their GED, the ones that just sit there and gamble all day and get tattooed and don't do shit with their bids. Do you think that they have a less of a success rate getting out than the ones that are in there and they get certified in some type of vocational skill?
If you don't have no trade, no nothing, I mean, you're going to get the bottom. You're going to be either construction, you're going to be the trash man, you're going to be something you probably ain't going to want to do. I mean, some people could, you know what I mean, tolerate it, but a lot of people that I know that work certain jobs, they get frustrated. Especially if you were in prison not doing nothing, so you don't have no work ethic really. Because that's what happened to me. My first bid, I was used to sleeping in the bed all day. You know what I mean? Getting up. You know what I mean? So when I
Your
got
whole
out,
mind was going back to the street doing crime anyway.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't even hold no job because I wasn't used to. I had no discipline to get up in the morning and go to work, and like I ain't had no discipline. Before
Right.
I got on this bed, I would get up for no. I ain't have if I had nothing in the world, I would get up and just to be up, just so I was used to being up.
Oh yeah, I know.
I ain't want to be lazy.
Sure.
I ain't want to allow myself to be lazy. I know on the street, you ain't nobody laying in the bed all day. You know what I mean? So that's the one thing that I got going for me. If all else failed, I got the ability to get up and work. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I could do that. Even if it's a hard, miserable job, I could get up and do that shit.
You got the ambition to go do it.
I could go do it. Just because, you know what I mean? I got that to fall back on. But if you got a trade, it's even better. You know what I mean? You're not doing like the bottom of the barrel hard ass jobs. You know what I mean?
You got a necessity. You're a necessity now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got a job that's a necessity. You got a skill that's a necessity. Yeah. You can make it out here. They'll overlook a lot of this shit, man. They'll overlook your felonies if they need you.
You'll have less frustrations, and because I mean, you can work the bottom of the barrel job. I'm telling you, you're gonna be frustrated. You know what I mean? And it's gonna be challenging. You're gonna be tempted like shit to go back to doing, you know what I mean, crazy stuff.
Yeah.
But if you're like making the bare minimum money, I mean, you can make enough to pay your bills. If you're just barely scraping by, and you're doing a hard ass job, you're gonna be tempted. You know what I mean? So why not increases your opportunities? You know what I mean? I mean, so to make more money, and do a less miserable job. You know what I mean? And you'll have a greater chance of not coming back to prison.
And we don't have nothing but time in there, man. You know, I understand the one to get tattoos. Trust me, he knows too. He tatted up too. You know what I'm saying? The one to gamble and make money because you're trying to eat. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to pass your days by. I understand the working out for 6-7 hours a day. He knows me and Jamaican Mike used to go at it around that motherfucker.
That working out helped me because I could do a hard job.
No doubt.
I used to go out, no matter how hot it was, I would go out and work. No matter how cold it was, I would go outside in the weight pile. I used to love it when it was really hot or really cold because the weight pile empty. I was like,
no doubt.
I got all the
You're the only one out there. Yeah. You're the only one out there, man.
That helped me. Now I'm out here. If I got to do something in the hot heat, I could do that. I could do it because I used to do it in prison when I used to work. I used to do it for fun. So I could do it to make some money. So that helped me because I've had even now I still do construction jobs that are hard, but I can do them. You know what I mean? It ain't gonna break me because I built up to do that. You know what I mean? So that definitely helped me.
Ain't no doubt. And like, man, you know, and like I said, man, you know, a lot of our homeboys, you know, Josh, you know, a few of them, man, you know, I got Brad, his CDL. You guys know I talk about Danny Rios all the time. Danny Rios grew up with us also, man. All right, Danny Rios was with us at the end of our bid. Danny actually, I think Danny went home before me, and then I went home, and then you went home. But I think Danny, he went home in between us. But Danny is down in Roanoke now, guys. All right, if y'all don't know, I've talked about Danny. I talk about Danny all the time. All right, but the other dude, Brad, also that we know, I got him in CDL too. So a lot of these dudes I've helped. I even tried to help Josh get his shit, but that was a definite no-go. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker can't keep a driver's license. But I helped Danny get his CDL. Now this is, and I bring up his name because he knows Danny as well. But Danny, man, you know what I'm saying? He's got a few trucks out there now, man. He went through Western Express. I got him his CDL. He went through Western Express. He did a lease to own with his trucks. Now he's got a few trucks out there, and he just signed like a partial contract with Amazon. You know what I'm saying? Like he's really out here doing it, man. Like he's really doing it, like way past the point that that I did it in the truck. That's for sure. You know what I'm saying? So he definitely did it. His sister owns like a church down in Roanoke or something like that. Like his whole family, man. And I remember all of us used to get in trouble. I used to date his sister back in the day. I think you used to date Sarah, right? Back in the day. We used to date both their sisters and shit. And but their whole family's doing pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Like all in all, man. You know what I mean? So you can get out here and succeed, man. If you got the grind and you got the mentality. Danny could have said, fuck that CDL shit, went back to hustling, and went back to prison. You know, his dad, you know, had his own car shops and stuff for years, man. His dad always, you know, his family always was on the grind. You know what I mean? I think his family was better off than most of ours, honestly, you know, financially, you know what I'm saying? But they stayed on the fucking grind. But, you know, he still was in the streets, man. But he's out there. He's really doing it out there now, man. But just goes to show, man, if you come out here and you stay focused and stay on the move, like I said, you're going to have speed bumps. You're going to have hurdles. And it's getting past those hurdles that's going to stop you from going back, man. You got to get sick and tired of living that same lifestyle, man. You got to understand, man, prison don't teach you no lesson. You know what I'm saying? Did you learn your lesson? Ain't no fucking lesson. You have to be the one to say, I'm tired of this shit. I'm not doing this shit no more. I know motherfuckers that learned their lesson after doing a weekend. They're like, oh, this shit ain't for me. I'm not doing this shit no more. You know what I'm saying? I've seen people turn nuns after doing a weekend in jail. You know what I'm saying? And they don't never go back. I know motherfuckers that done 30 years and go back out here and kill people. You know what I'm saying? So it really has to be to the point where there ain't no, man, this shit is so tough, man. I'm just so, I can't do this. You got to get to the point where it's like, man, I'm done. I'm tired of I've already lost all my kids. I'm never going to be the real dad. You know what I'm saying? That bond is not there with my older kids. You know what I'm saying? I got my youngest one, but the bond ain't there with my older kids. You know what I'm saying? It's like, we don't talk every day. You know what I'm saying? It's not like that. I lost that. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm not saying that they got another dude, they call another dude dad or nothing like that, but I'm just saying I lost the opportunity. And a lot of people, their kids are calling another guy dad. You know what I'm saying? And your parents are dead because you done did so much time in prison. Your family done passed away and you have nothing out here. You have nobody. You know what I'm saying? So I've seen that a million times, man. So you got it. Sometimes, man, it gets to the point, man, when you sitting in bed at night or during the day or whatever, and that shit just finally hits you, man. You know, everything's fun and games. Like I said, on his first bid, my bid too, man. Southampton, man, we had all sorts of fun. It was all gravy, man. We was in there fighting and getting high and gambling and doing whatever the fuck we wanted. We did it. But it gets to that point, it's like, damn, man, these motherfuckers are getting old out here. You know what I mean? Time feels like it's standing still in here, and we feel like we're just like in Groundhog's Day, but time is passing by on this street. And you know, damn, I'm looking in the mirror, man. I got gray in my fucking beard. Where the fuck that come from? I'm still 19. You know what I'm saying? No, motherfucker, you ain't 19. You 44. You know what I'm saying? You in your 40s now, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, I got back hair and shit. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit's crazy. You know, but because we live in the same day over and over and over again, we don't see that time fucking passing.
Standing for count. You get tired. You get tired of standing for count. You get tired of, man, stripping down, spreading your motherfucking cheeks for a motherfucker. Yep. You know what I mean? After so many years, you like, man, I just hate it. I just wake up like, man, I hate it.
Smelling other people's shit sitting beside you, if you're in a dormitory sitting knee to knee with another motherfucker shitting, you know what I'm saying, having to hang up a towel, you know what I'm saying?
Day I just wake up like, man, I hate this shit.
Fuck yeah. Yup. And you got to get to that point, man, because if you don't get to that point, man, if you don't get to the point where you hate this shit, there is no lesson to be learned, man. Like I said, some people got to come back after doing 20 years and have to come back. You know, the lesson has to be, you have to get sick and tired of doing it, man. You have to set it inside of your mind, and you have to be able to short circuit those wires because, man, you know, like I said, we ain't the type of dudes that's go out here and hold up signs. We'll work for food, you know, You know, our wires are a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? But we have to be able to put electric tape around those wires, man, and don't let the wires touch, because it doesn't matter at any given time. We take those wires back apart. We motherfucking let them wires touch. We back out there doing the same shit. You know what I'm saying? We back out here tearing motherfuckers apart and hustling, doing whatever it is we do, just like that, because that shit, we wired that way. And I hate to make it sound like that, man. I hate to make it sound that some people are just have that bred into them, man. But there's levels to what a person will do. And I've seen people let their family starve because they don't know and they won't go to the streets. You know what I'm saying? They don't understand. They don't know. That's not in them to do that. I've seen people be out here, man, the kids are hungry and shit. I'm just looking at them like, man, you know how many motherfuckers I would tear up if my kids were in that position? Yeah, that's what's in my mind. I'm looking at them like, there ain't no way I would live like that. There's no way I would live like that. I know what I would go out and do. That's my mind, but that's how I'm programmed. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't programmed like that. Some people will sleep on the street. Some people will sleep under bridges. Some people will do that. Some people will sleep in their cars. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying that I'm not wired. I know Deebo's not wired. The people that we grew up with aren't wired to live like that, man. So our come ups are gonna be a little bit different. But you have to be the one to break that circuit, man, because it's a revolving door, man. And as soon as those wires touch, we'll go right back out there doing that same shit, man. I don't give a fuck how old you are. Man, you ain't too old for that shit. No, I still got plenty of ambition and motivation in my blood. I'm just channeling it a different direction. If I didn't channel it into doing this guns down, gloves up shit, if I didn't channel the shit into working out and doing this YouTube shit and helping other people, man, dude, if I didn't have 100 people a day talk about how I was helping them, man, bro, I don't know if I would have stayed on this track. You know what I'm saying? For real, a lot of y'all on here that come on here that like, man, Mouse, you helped me start working out again. Man, you helped me get back with my kids. Man, you helped me get back in shape, Mouse, man. You helped me kick substance abuse. Man, Mouse, you know what I'm saying? I've been telling my kids about you, man, and help them stay out of prison, whatever the situation may be. When I hear shit like that, that's what, you know what I'm saying, keeps me straight in the narrow, man. It's kind of like my therapy, as you would say. You know what I'm saying, Deebo?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. I'm gonna go to this. If it wasn't for this channeling that energy, like you said, yeah, my energy's off the chain too. So, I get time for bank robbery, not no little stuff. Bank robbery, robbing check cash in places. I go to the extreme. You know what I mean? So if I take that extreme energy and put it into something positive, like working out and training and working and grinding. I mean, that's what you got to do. You got to channel it in a different direction.
Yeah. So I say, man, a lot of like working out and stuff like that, man. That's what keeps me that's what keeps me level, man. If it wasn't for working out and shit like that, man, I think that I would go crazy.
That kept me sane.
Yeah. No doubt. I mean, that's that even in prison. You know what I'm saying? Especially in prison. I'd work out till I fell out. Yeah. You know what I mean? You know me, I was out there doing, man, I was out there trying to box and do Muay Thai on everybody in the motherfucking yard, wasn't I, man?
Yeah, you got more energy than anybody I ever met.
I'll be out there from morning till night.
I'm like, man, no way. You want to spar all day.
I know. I'll be out there trying to put the hands up with everybody on the yard, man. I didn't give a fuck who it was.
I just stay in my lane in the weight pile.
Yeah. I was out there kicking the poles out there. Me and Jamaican Mike, I think me and this motherfucker used to walk like 20 miles a day.
Yeah.
I had big ass Jamaican Mike looking like a motherfucking big ass reindeer galloping around the track. He'd be like, Monty, slow down just a little bit, man. My feet are hurt today. I'll be like, you good, bro? You all right?
But that's why you got the stamina you got today to do what you're doing now.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, man. Hey, look, we success stories, man, but we could easily have failed again. You know what I'm saying? We could have easily went back just like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? And, I just did one with my boy Casper the other day. Casper had been with me for a long time since we were probably about like 19 when I was first on Southampton. And we were on Brunswick together and we were on Augusta together. And we were on Lunenburg together. You remember Casper from Lunenburg, I think?
I might.
White dude Cass, he was over in 5 building the whole time. Remember when I left 4 building, went over to 5 building? But he didn't have nowhere near that many tattoos and shit. Now he's fucking fully covered and shit. But I used to chill with Casper all the time, man. That was my little dude. But man, he's went back, just did another 5-year bid. He's did about 22 years altogether. And his whole shit is, and he's strung out again now. He's just coming back off of heroin again now. Just left a substance abuse house. It's like, bro, you 43 years old. I'm like, man, like you gotta fucking not want to do that shit like that, bro. I was like, man, when I was out, man, I would party and have fun and stuff like that, man. But I knew how to keep reality in check, man. You know what I mean? I knew how to, like, I could drink every day. If I come from a long line of alcoholics, man. And I could stay drunk every day. I could do cocaine every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally, those are my 2 flaws. I could literally, if I was around cocaine every day and alcohol every single day and I was in the strip club, I'm the happiest I've ever been. Yeah, and I got money in my pocket. I'm the happiest I could be. You know what I'm saying? But that's not reality, man. If I lived like that every day and I did that all the time, man, bro, I would be back in prison, man, because I would live like that. Nothing else would matter. I would throw everything out the door for those things. You know what I'm saying? Those things right there. Money, girls, alcohol, and cocaine. I would throw everything away for that shit. Family, kids, everything would go out the door for those things right there, because those have always been the most important things in my life over my family. You know what I'm saying? And all of those things have always took me back to prison or into prison. So, I have to be able to cut those things off, man. I have to be able to know, man, look, the gym, that shit keeps me sane, man. The gym, the working out, the YouTube, that keeps me away from that shit, man. Because as soon as I go, you guys see me drunk on these live feeds before, man. I get drunk on these live feeds. I'm liable to fucking do or say anything to anybody. You know what I mean? And that shit's not, that's a risky situation, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why I always got Lisa out there half the time, man, because I'm liable to piss on your car while you driving that motherfucker type of shit. You know what I mean? I'm liable to do anything. You know what I mean? So I gotta really, those are things I gotta check, man. And if those are things that you gotta check, man, you gotta check them because your ass going back. Casper's, heroin, and meth. It may, bro, you get on them things, bro. What the fuck you think's gonna happen? You know, where do you think you're gonna go?
You'll go back.
I don't know. But man, you got anything else you want to add, man? I'm proud of you, bro. You out here doing it. I know you down. You a long ways away from me now, man. But we'll be linking back up soon. I do got Fort Worth this weekend coming up, and I got Dallas the following weekend, man. So hopefully we can link up. The 3rd, I got Fort Worth. The next Saturday, I got Dallas. So I'm gonna stay down there the whole week. So hopefully, man, we'll be able to link up and chill, man. And I know you ain't that far. We'll be able to get up, man. But I am proud of you, bro. Like I said, man, you out here, you succeeding and stuff. And I know you've had a lot of hurdles, you know, even just since you've been home and shit. But bro, I mean, you out here doing better than most. Believe me. You know what I'm saying? And your ambition is still there, and you always gonna have the hunger for more. But you know what I'm saying? Put that bitch in cruise control and just slow it. You know what I mean? Because man, you know, always chasing after a lot of the material shit, man, is always. I'm telling you, man, I become happy with just doing some. Dude, I just bought a house and stuff like that, man. Just having simple shit. I didn't need to have, you know, 24s on my car. I didn't need to have, how you doing? I didn't need to have the motorcycle. I didn't need to have the gold chains. I didn't need to have a lot of the stuff that I thought I needed to have to keep up with everybody else. When I finally got that materialistic mind frame out of my head, man, it was like a weight off my shoulders, bro. It was like, man, damn, I didn't even need any of this shit to make me happy. I thought I needed all of this stuff to make me happy, man. And at the end of the day, it was like, damn, all I really care about is my health and looking good and feeling good, bro. Like the rest of this shit, if it comes, it comes. If it don't, it don't. But the more I chase it, the more it runs. And the more I chase it, the more stress is on me. And then I'm going to do bigger and worse shit to try to get it because I feel like I have to have it. You know what I'm saying? So when I finally let go of a lot of the materialistic things that I thought I had to have and just been like, look, man, all I want is a house and be able to take care of my family and my kids and shit. When I got that a lot of that shit out of my head, I don't got a motorcycle. I don't have a Ferrari sitting out front. You know what I'm saying? I drive a Honda Fit now. You know, I just got rid of my car. You know what I'm saying? I got a Honda Fit. You know what I mean? And I'm cool. I'm all right. You know what I'm saying? I go to the gym every day. My health is good. You know what I'm saying? I got health insurance. You know what I'm saying? Like for the first time in my life, I got fucking health insurance. You know what I mean? I'm good with that, bro. You know what I mean? As soon as I fucking start being like, man, no, I need to have that chain. Like when I was around the one dude in Dallas, you know what I'm talking about? Man, boss, you need to go get that $10,000 chain, bro. You need to get that, man, and shit. And I'm looking, I'll be like, damn, I guess I really need that. You know, I was sitting there thinking, I was like, man, I don't need that fucking chain, $10,000, man. I was like, man, I could hook up more. I could buy some new furniture in my house and get my fucking walls. I could have new carpet and shit for $10,000. I don't need no fucking gold chain. You know what I mean? So simple life, man. Simple man, simple life, man. And I'm telling you, man, you feel a lot better in life, bro. But I'm definitely proud of you, man, for sure. You got anything else you want to tell these dudes out here?
Man, all I can say, man, you get the same thing. If you do the same thing, you get the same result. So I don't know if that's what you want. Yeah, I mean, but if you want better, you got to get tired at some point of jacking off, waking up for count, eating rock meat, beat rock. You know what I mean? I mean, you got to get tired at some point of that. You know what I mean? It's like
smoking spice.
You gotta hate that shit. You know what I mean? Like, man, because the game is rigged against you. You know what I mean? You gonna eventually. I mean, you could shake the dice. You know what I mean? But eventually, you drop out. You know what I mean? It's just a matter of time. They gonna let you. They gonna let you do that shit. They gonna let you. You gonna think you slick. You're not slicker than the people. The people
motherfuckers in there smoking herbs and spices and shit, man. You gotta get tired of smoking.
The people, man. They gonna get eventually. You ain't got the hack to the system, man. They know everything. People telling everything.
No doubt.
There's no wins. No wins. The game is all messed up. So,
thanks, homie.
You choose what you want to choose. If that's what's gonna float your boat, hey. But you could get out here and have a happy life, man. Even if you just working and come on, you can at least you come home and eat the food you want to eat. And you might not have all the luxury stuff, but at least you could lay
Go
up
in that
your
refrigerator and get your own food. You ain't got to eat ramen noodles and shit.
have a wife. I'm married. When I'm married, yeah, I'm engaged to be married. You know what I mean? You can have a woman. You can, you can eat good food. You can, I mean, just the little stuff is like, man, it's so much better than that life. So, yeah, to each his own, though. I can't hear you no more, man. Yo, yo, I lost the feed. Well, I don't know what happened to him, but I'm signing off. Peace.
Yeah, it's on there. Hold on, it says it's still live.